Hey, Shalom, Shalom. It's the brother Lahab, back with another in transit pre-camp, in transit lesson, through the Spirit. And first and foremost, before I get started, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity to you all. I want to say shalom. And I hope and pray that this in transit lesson will be edifying to the elect. So, I don't really, it's pretty much an impromptu. I don't really have anything planned out. But, through the Spirit, we can see that, we're definitely rounding that last corner, man. This race, the finish line, the end of Esau's kingdom, and the beginning of our kingdom. As the scriptures say, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So witnessing the end of this man, this wicked, decrepit beast of a man, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, watching his empire crumble right in front of us is a beautiful thing, man. And I was watching last night. I was kind of tossing and turning, just thinking a lot. And I was watching the brother Mike from Rethinking the Dollar. For any of you Israelites that aren't familiar, he goes into like financial things and stuff like that. Really good channel, very informative. So I was watching his video and he was showing a lot of these different countries continuing to push forward towards the CBDCs and the digital IDs and whatnot, and as Habakkuk the 2nd chapter says, the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not tarry. Though it tarry, wait for it, for at the end it shall not, it shall surely come, it shall not tarry. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So we're indeed entering into the end, we're in the last moments of this man's kingdom, and they're moving quickly. He mentioned an article he brought out in Australia where they was having like blackouts. He mentioned an article about Russia going into digital currencies and digital IDs as well. From my understanding, India, which is a part of the BRICS nations, already has one of the largest digital systems in the world, and they recently had like a breach or something like that. But as he mentioned, you could see that all the BRICS nations are going to be a part of it. They're all individually doing their digital currency inside their own country, but then they're going to start interconnecting themselves as well. And then you mentioned the EU. The EU, they have their own digital currencies that are they're ready to push forward, throughout the different European nations, which means that soon to come, it's going to be pushed over here in Babylon the Great. And we can't forget Sleepy Creepy Joe. He already signed an executive order, 14047, I think, or 14067, if I'm not mistaken. The executive order, which will basically allow for digital assets, to become, a thing. I don't remember how it's exactly worded, but it mentions digital assets and specifically, So, we already see where this is going, man. This is all headed towards the MO to the TB, man. That mark of the beast, the rice device that everybody on the planet is going to be forced to take, man. In order to partake in society. And as Mike had said, it's like a participation pass, that MO to the TB, all this, digital that, you know, AI this, AI that, you know, is basically them, you know, the elites, the wicked, you know, setting up things where you won't be able to fucking participate in society unless you got a goddamn hall pass, man. You can't go to use the bathroom unless you got a hall pass, unless you got that rice device, that implantable C-hip. You won't be able to buy or sell except you have that in you, man. You know, as the scripture says in Revelation, the 13th chapter, man. You know, so everything's coming to a head, man. As Apostle Tahar coined this year through the Spirit, the whole year that all these prophecies shall be fulfilled. A lot of prophecies have been coming to pass and have been are being what's the word I'm looking for? Primed, you know, to be fulfilled. You know, there's so many things that are transpiring. You know, World War III boiling up, you know, bubbling up, famines, you know, uproars of the people. As the scriptures say, you know, when you shall see these things, you know, then know that the Lord spoke of these things since the beginning, man. And this is us a part of us measuring the time diligently in itself. So when we shall see these things, we know that Yahawashi, Yahawah is soon to send Yahawashi to destroy this place, man. We know how much closer we are to the end of this wicked man's rulership, you know, and at the beginning of righteousness, man, here on the planet Earth, man. You know, I was, and, you know, Abaratazar could do it, you know, this week, or even after camp today, you know, if it's the Lord's will. But, I have a lesson kind of planned out. You know, I was just, through the Spirit, I just went to, you know, one of my favorite spots over by a pond, by the crib. And, you know, I just like to look at the water. You know how we are as Jake, man. We just like to, you know, see the Lord's creation, man. You know, as you brothers and sisters can see, everything on the screen is nothing but man-made bullshit, man. Rocks upon rocks, really. Paint, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of Edomites walking around on stolen land. You know, it's vexing, you know? So, you know, when we get to a little piece of the Lord's creation, which everything is the Lord's creation, of course, you know, but, you know, when we get to see nature, you know, that's somewhat untampered because these devils have messed with every damn thing, you know, it's peace unto us, man, you know, just to be around the Lord's creation, you just feel like you're closer to the Lord, you know, when you meditate, you can hear the birds chirping and you know, see the fish swimming around and the ducks playing in the water. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a serene feeling, you know? It's a beautiful feeling, you know? See the trees, you know, the leaves turning colors, just the natural order of things, you know? How Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi have set it up, you know? So I was just, you know, thinking to myself through the Spirit, you know, how great the kingdom of heaven is gonna be, man. And as Apostle Paul said, or roughly paraphrasing, you know, eyes have not seen, or ears have not heard. Roughly, I'm trying to remember how it was worded. You know, the things that are prepared for us, man. You know, we can't even fathom how glorious the kingdom is really truly gonna be. And I was just speaking, you know, through the Spirit to myself in a carnal sense, you know, like imagine all our people having the law, statute, commandments written in their inward parts, you know, them all being righteous, you know, no more wicked ass jakes, no more niggas, no more wicked ass B-dubs, you know, all these wicked ass bitches running around with long stupid ass goddamn cumbrellas on, makeup up the yin yang. Every goddamn female looks exactly the goddamn same. Are you gonna walk or not, Esau? Yeah, then not even and get to see these damn Edomites in chains, you know, not have to worry about paying some fucking taxes that are supposed to go to these roads that are all fucked up, not having to, you know, Haggai 1 and 6, you know, you work it, you know, to put your wages into a bag full of holes, you know, paying all these goddamn bills, never having enough, always working paycheck to paycheck, being able to fly, being able to see our children grow up and know that they're being taught the right way, not having to worry about them being snatched up by some creep, you know, having our women in order, having Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi ruling the planet in righteousness, man. Imagine that. Like Nas said, man, imagine that. That's almost unfathomable, you know, in this time, man. What the hell is going on? Salakia. You know, imagine not having to sit in fucking traffic. Oh, man. You know, so I'm, you know, I just was meditating on that the other day when I was at the pond, just looking out. And I'm like, man, you know, imagine not having to have to go to work every damn day, to actually be able to rest. You know, there is a rest that is coming to us Israelites, man. A true rest. Not no goddamn 3-day weekend, you know, where you're tired as fuck on Friday, you know, Saturday you might party, and then Sunday you gotta finish, make sure you handle all your chores and errands and whatnot before fucking Monday. That ain't no fucking rest. This place is predicated on being a fucking slave, man. A debt slave, man. As Apostle Gabar brought out, you know, America goes into bitter, man. This is absolutely a bitter ass captivity, man. To see these goddamn heathen walking around, you know, on Easy Street, which the water Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, these heathen are starting to go under the curses too, man. The Lord is putting the curses on our enemies and on them that hate us, you know. But to see them and these 2/3 flourish in this cesspool is vexing, man. You know, but as the scriptures say, you know, envy not thou thy oppressor, man. You know, as it says in the book of, if I'm not mistaken, in the book of Job. You know, so and that's a daily fight, man. You know, because you know, me and different brothers do app delivery jobs, you know, food and whatnot, delivering to these fucking heathen, and you seeing how they live, and you're like, God damn, man, they truly do have the fatness of the earth, man. Niggas is truly on Easy Street. Bro, Jake, the real princes of the power, Yasharallah, struggling. But, you know, that's why, you know, as the scriptures say, ye shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free, man. That's why it's so important to understand that the reason we're in this situation is our fault, man. We sinned against Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. Now we get to see how to be true judges on the earth, because now we're gonna truly we understand evil, so then we're truly gonna appreciate righteousness, man. As the brothers and the few sisters are seeing, you know, in these days, man. You know, and different women, you know, the same, you know, whose mothers, you know, were like, you know, oh, we want equal rights and we want to be able to go out and work and da. Now, all of a sudden, these same said women, the children of these same said women, they're like, oh, it's not fair that we got to go out and work. How come I can't just stay home and take care of the kids? Like, bitch, that was the fucking thing in the first place. That was the way it was already in the first place. But no, you wanted to be a goddamn rebel, rebel against the way it's supposed to be, following after this goddamn caveman, Esau eating the so-called white man, this fucking hairy beast, following after him and his rebellious ways and his women, thinking that you're missing out on something. And now you're in the fucking workforce, fucking struggling, can't see your kids like that, not even being able to be a nurturing parent as you were designed to be, and now you're crying and bitching about it, man. It's just like, man, it just further proves that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi's way was the right way from the beginning, man. Always. It was always the right way. And the goddamn heathen, convinced our people that it was something else, man. Instead of following their power, they followed after the basis of men. The lowest of the low, man. Imagine that. The lowest of the low convincing the greatest people on the planet, right? Yasharallah, the princes of the power, as if they're convincing us as if they're the power, man. As if they're the chosen. Man. But yeah, imagine a world where all this in front of you, all this in front of you right here, these fucking basically caves, the clefts of the rock, stacked on top of each other, is done away with. This whole land being barren, this whole land being a desert full with desert creatures, and Esau eating the so-called white man, and the rest of these heathen in chains where they belong, man, and righteousness dwelling on earth. We look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwell new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that word new goes into refresh. So we look for refreshed heavens and earth, refreshed rulership and a earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. That's what we look forward to, with all of this done away with, all of this filth completely done away with. Imagine that, where all this shit is just done with, man. But anyway, Salaki, I hope this was edifying. I hope it, I didn't rant too much. It was just kind of just pre-camp thoughts, impromptu, but I hope and pray that this was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to thank Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi once again for putting a spirit on me to push the button. And I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutation to you, brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, find this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. I want to say a Baba Ball and Kwam Yasharallah. And shalom to the next one.